When you're overwhelmed, finding the place to start can feel impossible. Just slow down sounds like good advice, but it's hard to do when everything's late and it all feels urgent. Sometimes you need help eliminating the noise so you can figure out what to focus on. Hi, Internet friends. I'm Mike Schmitz, and today I'm going to teach you the 3 questions from my personal retreat framework to help you gain clarity, eliminate confusion, and create momentum around your goals. Now, that may sound like an outrageous claim, but I believe this is 100% true. Asking better questions can be incredibly powerful. In fact, author Marc Champagne, whose book Personal Socrates I've recommended in a previous video, said that a single question has the power to completely change your life. And he would know. If you want to learn more about why that's the case, check out his personal story in the Focus podcast episode where David Sparks and I got a chance to chat with Marc. It's a great episode, and the link will be below in the description if you're interested. But before we get to the questions themselves, you need to know that you probably don't need some new revelation in order to change your situation. Clarity is not an information problem. It's an overwhelm problem. Your brain is actually really good at making sense of things, but most of the time we're so busy that it can't keep up. And that is the beauty of asking questions. They help you get out of the busyness of the day-to-day and see your situation from a different perspective. Questions force you to pause and think. And armed with the right questions and a little bit of breathing room, you already have everything you need to get calm, confident, and clear about the path forward. So without further ado, let's get to the questions. These 3 simple questions can help you get some breathing room and gain some perspective. Now, there's lots of questions that you could use to gain clarity, but these are the 3 that I use. And I like these questions because they're simple. They provide enough structure to create momentum, but they also allow for flexibility and creativity in my answers. So the first question is, what should I start doing? This question helps you see the opportunities that are around you. And the key here is to anchor these opportunities to your ideal future. That's a topic for another video, but having a vision that you're working towards is extremely important. You don't want to start things that aren't in alignment with your vision and your values. So figure out what are the things that move you towards your ideal future and list them out. Then you can figure out how to do them consistently. Now, this question is kind of exciting for me because I like to start new projects, but a word of caution here because you cannot just keep starting new things. Even if you're really excited about the opportunities in front of you, you will hit a point where you simply can't do everything. You can't do anything else. There's no more capacity, which is why the next question is so important. And that is, what should I stop doing? And of these 3 questions, this is the critical one for me because without picking something to stop doing, you're not going to have the ability to sustain anything new. And that's why when I do my personal retreats every 90 days, I always pick at least one thing to stop doing. This creates space for me to say yes to new opportunities without being overwhelmed. I consider everything I'm committed to, and if I wouldn't say yes to it today, I put it on the chopping block. I don't want to continue doing things that I'm no longer excited about just out of inertia. Things change, I've changed, and just because something was right in the past doesn't mean it's right for right now. Which leads me to the third question, what should I keep doing? These are the things that are currently moving the needle for me. By identifying the things that I should keep doing, I infuse new motivation into them. If something is taking a considerable amount of time, but I can't find a reason to keep doing it, then the question changes and I consider whether I should stop doing the thing entirely if it's not exciting to me anymore. So those are my 3 questions. What should I start doing, stop doing, and keep doing? And the beauty of these 3 questions is that you can use them just about anywhere. So in addition to my quarterly personal retreats, I use these in retrospective meetings at work. My wife and I use them in our family meetings. We even use them in ministries at my church. It is amazing how much clarity can come from these 3 simple questions.